You know that one idea that you know that it's going to work out. Like you just know that it's going to work out, and that has been stuck with you like for the past year or 6 months. Every single day you've been saying yourself like, oh, I'm gonna start doing it maybe tonight. I'm gonna do a research that I'm gonna speak with GPT about it. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna start. Days go by, you do nothing. You just tell yourself, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. You just visualize about you actually doing it. You, instead of actually doing it, you just visualize yourself doing it instead of actually sitting down and putting the work. You haven't even taken the first step yet, and you all sometimes you feel like you're there, and you think like that's like a call because you already feel that, you think that's like a call for you because you deserve it and you're gonna get it. No, you're not gonna get it 100%. Because and let's say you take the first step and it's boring or something gets in the way, or another idea before you even start, before you even take the first step, like the research, another idea comes up and you're trying to kind of split your attention to that idea or that idea, like and you ain't doing anything. You're not doing, not you're not working on that idea, you're not working on that, you're not working on that, and you're never going to achieve anything. Sometimes there are circumstances that push you, that you gotta do it, you must do it, you just find yourself in a position where a boss tells you, oh, go fucking do that shit. But about a passion project or a project that you want to work on, that you think it's for you, there's nobody to push you except yourself. There's no shortcuts, no nothing. It's you and how you kind of deal with it. I everybody struggles with this, and it's better to visualize yourself, to daydream about it, than to actually do anything of it, because that's what you're craving. If you find yourself in a position like this, you are craving dopamine. You're not craving anything. You just want dopamine. Your brain wants dopamine. You don't want anything else. And before you start, like that's how your brain works. Everybody's like, if it's interesting for you right now, you're gonna hyper focus. You're gonna be like, oh, maybe like some bullshit, but you're gonna work on it. But when is the project that you want to work on, it's really, really, really hard to find it interesting. Even if you find it interesting, there are some parts that are pushing you down. Oh, I'm going to do that. Oh, but first, like, oh my God, I gotta make this, I gotta make that, I gotta make this. But in your head, you have the whole plan, and it's been sitting there for 6 months. You haven't even written it down. You're not gonna achieve nothing unless you find ways to actually cope with it, to work, to push yourself, because your brain doesn't work like others. That's why you stay in one place. So, for me, how what actually, there's a couple of ways that you can work around it. And for me, what actually worked the most is having a person, because I speak a lot. I have a lot of people around me, and I speak a lot, and that's I used to find myself in a trap with speaking and not doing the things that I want to do. But how I managed to get over it was have one person to you who's close to you, who you trust, who you love, to to be like, tell your mind like, oh, I'm going to do this because I can't wait to show them. Because you have the dopamine that you'll get when you're actually telling them, oh, I did this shit, it's incredible. You could give it a try. For me, that works the best. However, other things you can do is break the task. Like break the first step, break it into multiple tasks. Like, um just don't sit on the project to work on the project really hard. just sit down and look around it, you know, just spend some time on it. And whatever you do with all of these things, just try to have a lower um activation energy, I can call it, like to activate yourself. Have low energy. Don't search for moments when you're in the peak, when you're peaking, when you're like, oh, like you're having an episode. I can say like you're having like, oh, I'm doing this, yeah. Don't wait for moments like that. Just do it all of a sudden. Be like, you know what? Let me just sit down on this thing, and like it will get under you. You know, it will start being interesting to you, and because you can manage your hyper focus to what you hyper focus on, all of a sudden you'll find yourself looking for who produced that song, and you're gonna obsess over like his life journey and what inspired him and bullshit like that. Like, you know, you gotta be doing something. You just find yourself like listening to a song. Oh, that's a good song. Let me see what produced it, and you lost your time. And days go by, go by, go by, and you're doing nothing. So these are my tips that help me actually to overcome what I am describing, because I've been there, and you know, sometimes I'm still struggling with it, but I've learned how to manage to work through things because it's not easy. It's not easy, and I feel bad for people who are not actually aware that they have a problem. But if you find yourself like that, just use those things, and as months go by, you'll get better at it. You just gotta love it.